Hi, I'm Sandy Jones with Jonestown, Colorado eXp Realty. We're here today with Vonda Downs from Movement Mortgage, and we're going to talk about building wealth in real estate. Vonda, why don't you get us started? What are some tips and tricks or ideas you have about building wealth in real estate? And I know you have personal experiences in that yourself.
Yes, I looked at some information recently from Kiplinger that shows that in America, with wealth, you can take a look at this graph that's showing like the top 1% make or have a net worth of $10.8 million. All the way to, you can see that the top 50% have $500,000 in net worth. And here's the interesting fact about that is that 2/3 of their wealth is coming from home equity, which is very powerful. Really, without real estate, it would be very difficult to build the kind of wealth that we are all looking to do. So I do have a story that you were involved in. Tim and Sandy Jones with eXp Realty. They're expert realtors in the Denver metro area, as well as they are very knowledgeable when it comes to mountain properties. And so my husband and I had this dream, real is kind of the back of our mind dream, kind of a pipe dream maybe, of like someday we're gonna own a second home in the mountains. And so in working with Sandy and seeing, where she lives, I started thinking. In fact, we helped one of our buyers buy out in the mountains.
We had another buyer.
Yeah.
Then you got really jealous and said, "I've got to get one."
Yes, I was like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So we started talking, and we did find our dream home.
It's beautiful.
Love it, and but I just wanted to share how, as a buyer, there were definitely some feelings of anxiety because things are happening in the news and you don't know what's going to happen in the world. And it's like, okay, is this a good time to buy? And so there was definitely anxiety that I felt along the way, even being in the industry. I get that you can feel those things. And so you were able to help me so much, and other people. In fact, my manager at Movement Mortgage, I loved one talk I had with him. He said, I remember the very first home I ever bought. I was sitting at the closing table and I was a nervous wreck. And he was sitting there with his dad and he said, "Oh no, Dad, I think I'm making a big mistake." And his dad just laughed and said, "You're not making a mistake. You're gonna look back and be so happy that you did this." And he said, now I think he has 5 properties. And he said every time he feels a little nervous, but he always looks in 5 years down the road, goes, "Wow, I'm so glad I bought that house, and I wish I had bought more." So we know that we're going to see equity continue to grow in properties here in Colorado, and it's a great way to build wealth.
Yeah. We're seeing millennials out there. We love you, and you guys are so smart because you are getting in at an early age. You're jumping in there, buying one, Airbnb-ing it, or doing whatever you need to do, getting into the next one and getting into the next one. I recently listened to a podcast of a young man who was 32 years old and he owned over 700 properties. That guy is going to be a billionaire in 20 years. So get out there and buy your investment properties.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And give us a call if you just want to talk it through and see what the opportunities are. We'd be very happy to answer any questions and share from our own experience as well.
Yeah. Happy to talk to you.